Applied Digital stock is up more than 350% this year. And it's not by some miracle. It's because they're quietly powering the infrastructure behind artificial intelligence. But here's the real question. Can this kind of growth actually last? Because everyone's talking about AI models, apps, and chatbots, right? But almost no one's talking about the computing power needed to run them. And that is exactly where Applied Digital steps in. They're building next-generation data centers designed specifically for workloads, right? They're building the backbone, right? That holds the servers, that does the cooling or holds the cooling systems and all of the power that make the AI revolution possible. And that's what I want to break down today. What exactly does Applied Digital do? How they're pulling off this kind of growth, and what signals should investors be watching before they jump in at these levels? Hey, what's up? My name is Rick Orford. I've been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. That is a good thing. I break down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Now, when people discuss the AI revolution, what do they mean, right? They typically focus on software models, algorithms, and apps. But none of these would work without massive computing power that's working behind the scenes. And that's where Applied Digital comes in. This company recognized the need early on and began building a sort of digital foundation that enables today's modern artificial intelligence, or AI. They saw the bottleneck before anyone else, and they decided to build the pipes. The company was founded in 2020, and they were originally focused on Bitcoin mining. But today, Applied Digital isn't chasing crypto hype. They're engineering the backbone of AI. They're designing next-generation data centers that make large-scale computing faster, cleaner, and of course, more efficient. So I think you could say that they went from mining coins to mining computing power. I think it's a much smarter long-term play, personally. Applied Digital's Compute as a Service, or CaaS platform, simplifies high-performance computing by delivering the speed, security, and scalability that modern AI workloads demand. They take care of everything from deployment and management to system security, allowing clients to instantly access enterprise-grade computing power whenever needed without compromising data protection. And in English, it just means that they're renting out industrial scale computing so their clients can build AI without building their own server farms, which are very expensive. And by taking the heavy infrastructure work off the client's shoulders, Applied Digital gives their clients the freedom to focus on what really matters: innovation and growth. And that's the beauty of it: recurring revenue from companies that never want to touch a data center cable again. Applied Digital operates its business through 2 primary business segments. The data center hosting segment provides ready-to-deploy infrastructure built to handle large-scale, power-intensive computing demands. These facilities provide clients with the performance and the reliability that's needed for continuous high-volume workloads. Their second segment is high-performance computing, or HPC hosting, which focuses on designing and operating next-generation data centers that are tailored for AI and advanced computing applications. And these are expected to deliver the specialized power and scalability that modern digital workloads all require. And this is where the big money is moving, into compute capacity built for AI, not crypto. And these aren't just repurposed server rooms, they're purpose-built AI factories designed from the ground up with advanced architecture and intelligent software, with every single detail optimized to deliver the speed, the scale, and efficiency that today's AI workloads demand. Think Tesla Gigafactory, but for data. Think of them as AI power engines, giving companies the raw computing muscle to train massive models, process endless data, and stay ahead in a world where speed is everything. And that speed edge is becoming the difference between winning and disappearing in AI. Now, let's have a look at Applied Digital's stock and see what it's been doing lately, because performance on paper is one thing, but how the market values it today is the real story. Applied Digital stock recently closed around $34. Year to date, the stock is up over 354%. Over the last 52 weeks, the stock is up 371%. Those are monster numbers, the kind that make any insane investor ask themselves, is it too late to invest in Applied Digital? Well, to answer that, we need to see what can fuel Applied Digital's future growth. I mean, it's something that keeps coming up in my Discord channel. So let's talk about it, because growth like this only continues if a company can actually deliver. Now, in a previous video, which you can check out up here, Applied Digital's expanding high-performance computing contracts now have reached a massive 600 megawatt total capacity. It's no small feat. It marks a key milestone in the company's evolution from a niche data center operator to a serious player in the AI infrastructure space. 600 megawatts is enough to power an entire city. That's the scale that we're talking about. And out of this total, 400 megawatts come from long-term agreements with CoreWeave, one of the fastest growing AI hyperscalers here in the States. At the same time, the remaining 200 megawatts, well, it's backed by another US-based hyperscaler. And when you break down the numbers, the contracts are worth an estimated $16 billion spread over 15 years. That's a little over $1 billion in annual recurring revenue potential. So the pipeline is locked in. Now it's all about execution, because from an investor's point of view, this upside will only materialize if the company can execute flawlessly and meet its delivery commitments. And that is the fine print. Now, here's the thing, right? Just a few days ago, Applied Digital hit a major milestone by officially completing Phase 1 at Polaris Forge 1, its massive AI factory campus in Ellendale, North Dakota. The company announced that the first 50 megawatts of capacity at the site are now ready for service and fully operational for CoreWeave. That is proof in action, not promises. The company's management highlighted that reaching the ready-for-service milestone showcases their ability to turn highly complex AI factory designs from blueprint to reality with speed and precision. Completing the first phase of Polaris Forge 1 ahead of schedule now sets a new benchmark for how quickly and efficiently modern data centers can be brought online. And in this industry, time is money, and early delivery means faster revenue. The company also emphasized that every design element of Polaris Forge 1 was built to maximize energy efficiency, flexibility, cost performance, and it all reinforces the company's long-term commitment to high-performance infrastructure and sustainable operations. Translation: lower cost, greener ops, and happier clients. All are very good signs for future margins. And again, this marks a major step forward for Applied Digital as they scale to meet the surging demand for AI-optimized compute infrastructure. It already has proven that they can deliver on time and at scale, and this milestone reinforces their growing reputation as one of the few players capable of executing in the AI infrastructure sector. Reputation plus execution equals leverage, and leverage opens doors. And that's the thing, right? A stellar reputation combined with actual delivery and performance can lead to new future opportunities like new partnerships, new long-term contracts, and maybe even strategic investments from larger tech companies. And if big cap tech firms decides to partner or buy in, well, that's when the valuation is going to go vertical. Now, if Applied Digital can keep this up, I think could cement itself as the go-to infrastructure ecosystem, the kind that quietly powers the backbone of the world's most demanding AI workloads. Type of company that builds the picks and shovels of an AI gold rush. They're the ones that last. Now, this won't be the last time I cover Applied Digital, so be sure to watch out for my next deep dives, because the next update could tell us whether this is all just momentum or the start of something else. So with all that out of the way, is Applied Digital stock a buy at today's levels? Well, let's have a look. A consensus among 10 analysts rate Applied Digital a strong buy with a high price target of $56. That suggests as much as 62% potential upside. Now, the average score here is 4.7 and remains unchanged for the last 2 months. So we have steady analyst sentiment even after a 350% rally. That's rare and definitely worth watching. But what do you think? Is this a one-term thing, or can Applied Digital deliver consistently? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And while you're there, do hit those like and subscribe buttons if you found this video helpful and useful, because it helps others find the video. It supports the channel. And of course, you won't miss out on any of my future deep dives. Well, folks, that's it for me today in this video. I wanted to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.